12:01 on the Oil Stream. Thank you very much for being here. The Oil Stream, of course, presented to you by Boston Pizza, where you can go have lunch right now. $15. You get the main, you get the side, you get a drink. And if it's not ready in 20 minutes or less, next time you go in, it's free. Nielson family did have, thank you, Tommy. Thomas. Nielson family did have Boston Pizza over the weekend.
Yes.
And I went with full brute.
Yes.
Full brute and fries.
Oh, that's so good.
We hit that on, what night was that? Saturday night, I guess.
Saturday?
We were watching, was it Saturday night or was it Friday?
You said you watched Mufasa.
We watched Mufasa, but we've been also crushing a bunch of Mandalorian.
Oh.
So I'm trying to think.
Is Mandalorian done? Like they've done X amount of seasons.
Yeah, I think there's another season coming.
Oh, really?
I might be wrong on this, Star Wars folks. I think there's another season coming.
That one's the best spinoff, right?
Yeah, Mandalorian's good.
I saw Andor's coming out.
Andor's really good. That's a new season. I liked all of them. Like I liked Obi-Wan. I even liked the Boba Fett spinoff. The Book of Boba Fett. Okay. I even like that. Like I think they've done a pretty good job with all of that.
Is it Ahsoka?
Ahsoka. I didn't mind that one. I haven't watched all of Skeleton Crew, the one that's like Goonies. It's like a bunch of other kids, like younger kids. I started watching, but I haven't got back around to it. Daniel K says there's a movie in the works for Mandalorian. Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking.
Interesting.
So yeah, Mandalorian was it's a great show. The kids are loving it. We are in season 2 already. And Tam and the kids haven't seen it yet, so I think it was Friday night. That must have been Saturday night. Who knows? Anyway, we had Boston Pizza one of the nights.
Delicious.
It was good.
I have kind of circumvented all the Star Wars series.
Okay,
because I do like the movies. All of them.
You would probably like the series then.
I think I would, but it's just like.
So why aren't you doing it?
Because I pick and choose my TV show series.
Yeah.
Very meticulously, I guess. Like I'm looking forward to Last of Us season 2. I'm looking forward
I like
to
the first season of that. Fallout season 2.
Like, and then those are my jams. I'm good. And I'm very satisfied.
So,
I just leave it
like
at that.
right now you're not watching the show, really?
No.
Okay.
But I'm watching Drive to Survive. I ripped a couple episodes this weekend. And I do kind of circumvent watching the whole series, and I'll go to YouTube and I'll watch like the battles with Darth Vader, Ahsoka versus Anakin,
Kenobi stuff. Yeah.
And I love it.
It's good, man. You got to watch the show.
I love Luke Skywalker's return in Mandalorian.
Came to get
I thought it was phenomenal. I even watched like behind the scenes where they had Mark Hamill, and then it's like then we switch up his voice. But I did find there were some graphics guys or a crew, special effects crew that did their own kind of deep fake Luke.
Okay.
And it was better than Disney's.
Yeah, the Disney Luke was not ideal.
No.
I didn't think. It was still cool to see it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can tell this is it's CGI. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I suppose that has to do with budget. But
I mean, but why would Disney not have budget for Mando?
I know. And I look at one, like when they did Tarkin in Rogue One.
Yeah.
And I know like the implications of is it moral and all that. That's tricky. I thought Ghostbusters Afterlife did a great job with Harold Ramis. The way they did that, no speaking parts, no fake AI voice, and they got the blessing from the family, I think, too. That
I love how you're turning this into a Ghostbusters conversation.
but Star Wars started all of that, and then people are like, "Is this wrong? Is it right? Is it done well?" And Mark Hamill's still alive, and I know they have to de-age him.
They would have to de-age him a lot,
but like the one on Mandalorian when he came back, which was a sick scene, by the way.
Oh yeah,
just sick, and it didn't look. Let's call it Star Wars caliber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know what? It's good to get that stuff off your chest, Tommy.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah. I have no other option. I'm here.
Although, like, phenomenal action sequences. And then I loved what they did with Obi-Wan and Anakin. And
it was great, man. When he slices Vader's helmet, you see it. Like, it was so well done.
Yeah. And then he calls him Darth.
Yeah.
Doth. And then, like, walks away in disgust.
I was your friend.
Yeah.
It's
you were my brother,
Marshall's going to lose it when we get to. Oh, I guess we did watch Obi-Wan with Marsh, and he did lose it when they were. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah,
man.
it is great,
shows.
and I love how it continues on. But then that they kind of patched up a lot of the plot holes from like the first couple of Star Wars movies.
Yeah,
with like, oh, he calls him Darth. It's like, oh, that's why he calls him Darth. But then you watch like the lightsaber battle in Star Wars: A New Hope, and you're like, oh, two old guys.
It is a little bit different there.
Yes. Anyway.
All right. Let's get into the headlines. Let's start here for Popeyes. They've got their value menu available for you. The mini chicken sandwich, the mini chicken wrap, the cauliflower, the nugs, and what am I missing? Nugs,
blackened cauliflower,
the nugs, the wrap. What am I missing?
Sandwich.
Small. There's 5 of them. The sandwich. What am I missing? No.
Onion rings? Well, that's where you keep those.
Fried pickles.
Frickles.
Fried pickles as well.
Those are great.
Definitely get the fried pickles.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got to start with Alexander Ovechkin.
Yeah.
Breaking Wayne Gretzky's record. Your thoughts on the ceremony after? Wayne was obviously there, had the Gordie Howe button on. I thought that was kind of cool.
Loved that.
What did you think of the way, I mean, obviously, when they got the power play, I think the entire world was like, oh, it's time.
Yeah.
Like, here it is. First power play they had in the game. Took like 30 seconds. Wilson finds Ovi, and he just grabs it and whips it home.
Yeah.
Classic Ovechkin shot. Like, the celly was kind of classic Ovi as well. The slide on his belly. What'd you think of the entire breakdown?
Overall, very good. Like, I think the NHL did it right. Classy job by the Islanders. The way UBS Arena celebrated, like, that was the show. And then on top of that, Islanders fans got a big win for their team. Even Patrick Waugh, I think, stood and watched. And there's a guy that if he could walk out on a celebration, probably would.
Yeah.
And I saw him sitting on the bench or standing on the bench, which was great. I thought they did it really well. They handled it perfectly. I saw a few people tweeting like, why the hell are they doing this now? They've done that they've stopped games for huge moments many times in the past.
Yeah, and also it's an Islanders game.
Nobody cares.
Like, who cares?
Exactly.
No, none of us would have been watching it if it wasn't for that moment.
Exactly. I thought the speeches were fine. I know the boys on the Reed Wilkins show are going to go into a deep dive on it. I thought Wayne handled it well, giving the refs some love with nice touch, unnecessary, I would say, in my opinion.
They're giving the refs some love?
Yeah, I gave the refs some love.
I'm not sure how the refs get love in that moment.
Yeah, I don't know if somebody.
I mean, fitting because it was on a power play, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. But and then Ovechkin, I think is what he said, giving love to his teammates, his family, obviously. I did think it was very well done, handled fantastically. Overall, I'd give it an A. I was like, that was great. It was
cool. Outside of the painting, what do you think of the painting?
Oh, painting was nice. You didn't like it?
Is that all he's going to get, though, for the painting?
Dude, he's going to get a bunch of stuff.
Like, what's Washington going to roll out for him, you think? We were talking about it today.
I like the joke that Wayne made. He got a Rolls Royce. So Ted Leonsis is going to have to give him something. I'm sure he will give him something nice.
What do you think the Caps do? Is it like, because the silver stick thing is already like, what?
That's for a certain moment.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
There's got to be some sort of, like, nothing against the painting. It was from a collector that Ovi collects.
Yep.
I get all that stuff. Cool. But, I mean, guy plays 1,000 games. You're getting this stick. This guy almost throws 1,000 bloody goals. I mean, there's got to be something coming down the pipe here.
And listen, for guys like him, 100 million plus he's made over his career, there's not much you can buy for guys like that. So that's why I think the painting sentimentally, the value, like that's why I think that's great. But yeah, he's going to be getting a lot of gifts, let's call it, in the next little while from all over the place because of the accomplishment. So I'm not too worried about what the league gives him because he's going to be getting a lot of stuff that he probably doesn't need.
He'll be all right, I would think.
He'll be just
looks like he had a little
fine
celebration last night.
Yep. Can I also add this because it is spicy headlines? I'm just on TSN's website, and one of their top headlines is Matthews not thinking about chasing Ovechkin's goal scoring record. Like, why? Why? Who cares? He has no chance.
You know, it's kind of funny.
What a dumb article.
I understand that, you know, I guess it happened yesterday and the news cycle moves fast. But just looking at the TSN website right now, a bunch of Jet stuff.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yep.
But like the only Ovechkin reference is Matthews not thinking about chasing Ovechkin's goals.
It's a bit silly.
Like, where do I... Ovechkin, Suzuki, and Thomas named 3 stars. Like, there's not a standalone story on Ovi setting the record still on the page. Oh, it's further down. Ovechkin makes history. Got to scroll down a little ways. I mean, I'd probably have that ahead of some of the other stuff that's in there right now. But
yeah,
I mean, Matthews isn't thinking about it because it's damn near impossible. We went over it. Him and Draisaitl are basically the same amount of games. They were the same amount of goals. They would need to have 10, 50 goal seasons from this point on in their career to take a run at the number where it's at right now. Who knows where it actually settles in?
I think he might play to 1,000.
You think he might? So that's going to be 3 more years.
Yeah.
You think he might actually do that?
If he wants to.
I mean, if he wanted to, he could get to 1,000.
That's why I think.
But I don't know if he wants to grind it out for 3 more years in the NHL. Because they still want to sneak in a season back home.
He might push 50 this year.
Well, he would already be at 50 if he didn't break his leg.
And he's 39.
Like, think about that for a second, which is crazy.
No chance anybody's catching him until the game changes.
Drager had a little bit of time. Oh, no, Rashog had a little bit of time today for Draisaitl, maybe. Like, assuming McDavid's feeding him pucks for the next decade, can he hit 50 10 times? I'm not going to say he'll get 50 10 times, but will he get 56 a couple times and 45 a couple times? And can he score 500 goals between now and the end of his career? It's asking a lot, but you've got arguably the greatest playmaker. I mean, definitely the greatest playmaker of modern day.
Yeah.
One of the greatest playmakers in the history of the game.
Yes.
Feeding you pucks for the next 10 years. If anybody was going to do it, I do like Leon's chances more than Austin Matthews.
Yes.
Despite not having the article written.
Good point. Way to put a button on that one.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I would be more inclined to give Leon the advantage than Austin Matthews as of today to even get anywhere near. And again, it depends when Ovechkin finishes, how many. But I think it's so hard, and probably it's a safe bet to say no chance. But never say never, and Leon is phenomenal what he's doing, especially this year. 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. A few guys with their reaction on it. The doc says, when the Caps went on the power play, I yelled at the kids down in the basement to run upstairs to watch. It did not disappoint. Yeah, myself, Marshall, Muzz, and Tam, we were all watching the game from the very beginning. Marshall had hockey practice at 8:45, worked out well. It was done at 9:45 at Argyle. We managed to get home right as Ovechkin stepped on the ice for his first shift. Yep.
And then we watched the game all the way up until obviously he got the goal. And we were all sitting there. We were watching, paying attention to the entire game. But when they got the power play, we were like on the edge of our seat. Yeah. We're like, here we go. Like, it's happening. And then sure enough, he delivers. And it was pretty phenomenal stuff. Rusty Shackelford says, I had a brief moment after the goal went in, and I thought, please don't be called back by an offside call.
Oh.
Like, that'd be the all-time buzzkill. It's like that poor Malott kid on Saturday. What a goal. And Knobloch's like, not today.
Evil genius. Yeah. That was a beautiful goal. And I saw Malott's brother fight at the last UFC that was here.
Really?
Mike Malott. Yeah. Okay. That's a cool connection. And, that is, you know what?
What a goal, though. To jump over Perry and then slide it home.
Yeah. I thought that was a wonderful attempt. I was just like, that's too bad. That sucks.
That would be a major, poor guy. I can't imagine that. Like, it's all of our Canadian dreams to score a goal in the National Hockey League, and then you get it, and it's a beauty, and they're like, sorry, man, a little bit ahead of the play.
Offside.
That kind of sucks.
Maybe the hockey universe throws him a bone, and he gets one the next game or whatever, but that was too bad. Yeah. That was one of the few highlights of the game, and it wasn't even an Oilers highlight. Well, let's dive into that game. How's post game after? I thought you guys broke it down nicely. Like, they played well, they hung in there, but when Reed came on the post game, was just like, they have to get to the net more. Like, they certainly when Frederic gets to the net a couple times, you're like, this guy's a savage. It's because the rest of the guys don't ever get anywhere near the out, the exception of Hyman on the power play. Right, Zach will drive around a little bit on it, but. Like, when Frederic does it a couple of times and you're like,
look at this guy.
Oh my.
Like imagine having a team where everybody did that all the time. Got to the net, tried to bang pucks in. So
that's playoff hockey.
Their effort was there, but not maybe in the area where it really needed to be. You know what I mean? Like I didn't think they played a poor game, but they were lacking in that one area, and you're going to need to find a way to generate some offense even without the big guys.
There weren't many moments in that game where I thought to myself, they might just win this. I didn't have that
right.
thought.
There really wasn't that thought.
It's like, they're not really doing a lot, but they're
with that being said, the Kings didn't blow me away to the point where I was like, Oilers definitely can't beat these guys even with McDavid and Draisaitl.
Good
you know
point.
What I mean?
Yeah, good point. They're not the big bad Kings, and I know there are people in this station, at this station that, Matty brings it up. He's like, law of averages. Hernan's leery of the law of averages. I get that, but I also respect and appreciate the concept of I don't care about the law of averages. We're going to beat your asses. We're going to beat your asses again. And I feel like that should be the mentality the Oilers have if they're healthy, if they're up for it. I mean, I know people are saying, hey, they're worn out, they're tired, they played a lot of hockey. Yep, but so too have other teams that have won Stanley Cups in the last handful of years. It's put up or shut up, as our friend Shaggy likes to say.
Shaggy
in St. Albert.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Shaggy the singer. I was like, I don't remember a song put up or shut
Mr.
up.
Bombastic?
Yeah, Mr. Bombastic, Angel. It wasn't me. That guy.
It wasn't me. Great song.
I was going to go see him at Grey Cup in
Vancouver?
No. Hamilton, I guess.
Oh.
Was that the Grey Cup?
Is that when they had like Carrie Underwood? And
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago.
Okay, it was 2 years ago. Yeah. We were in Niagara for the awards. Shaggy was there. He was performing. And my boss at the time, Paul Graham, was just like, hey, we're going to go to Shaggy concert. I was like, yes.
Nice.
I was like sneakily. I was like, I love Shaggy. Let's go. But then after the awards, we kind of just went and set up shop at like a bar. And everybody's just having a good time. And we didn't make it to Shaggy.
Well, shoot.
And I was kind of sad about that. But I didn't want to be the guy who's like, hey, are we going to Shaggy? Everybody ready to go to Shaggy?
Yeah.
Or like the guy who snuck away and went to Shaggy by himself. Where's Dusty? He went to Shaggy because he loves Shaggy. So
that's too bad.
Yeah, that kind of. I would have liked to have seen Shaggy.
I understand.
I guess.
Yeah,
and not to be confused with Shaggy St. Albert, but
yeah. Good point.
Okay, so what'd you think of Frederic and the whole situation?
I'm very concerned.
Me too.
I'm gonna be honest with you. They hit the ice or they get it in 10 minutes here. I was very apprehensive watching him going, is he really okay?
Didn't look like a guy who should even play tonight. He was projected to. I know that being said, I thought he pushed through his 7 minutes pretty good.
Tough SOB, that's for sure. The fact that it took him 14 minutes of game time between shifts is alarming still, even though he quote unquote finished the game.
Yeah.
Good for him gutting it out. Good for him trying to make an impact, and he was assertive physically, having a one or two plays at the net that we were like, oh, look at that, because of how lackluster they were offensively.
Like his wraparound, you're like, wraparound at the net.
Whoa. Yeah, I did think that. Yes.
I know.
And that part of it is encouraging. It's just that there was a lot of times where you're going, boy, I haven't seen him out there for a while. And then by the end of the game, you're like, he's not going back out there, is he? I am concerned about that.
So is he only playing because Draisaitl couldn't and they didn't have the cap to call anybody else up? I mean,
is that it? Or
that's what I was kind of...
Leon's skating. Thank you, Hernan. Gene put up a video.
Just skating at the morning skate?
Yeah.
So maybe, I guess we won't know until after the skate if he's going to go. All right. But because I'm trying to think. They didn't call anybody else up.
No.
They don't have any extra bodies.
Nope.
So if they were going to dress the full lineup, did it have to be Frederic? Is that... I think
so. Unless they went 11-7.
No, but they don't have
They
7.
don't have that 7th defenseman.
Right?
Unless Klingberg.
No Klingberg. So I think they basically kind of had to put him in.
Rush him in there. So I don't know.
I'd love to see a healthy Frederic in the playoffs play 16 minutes a night.
I don't think there is going to be a healthy Frederic with the way it's going.
About,
and that's not good. I want to extend this. I was thinking about this morning on my way in. This is looking down the road. I'm really concerned about the way this management team is constructing this roster going forward.
It's starting to hit you?
Like the future, like the here and now, obviously Holloway Broberg was a huge coup by St. Louis.
Yeah, and a major F up by the Oilers.
Very, very astute and to the point and true. But I was thinking about the Tomasek.
Yeah.
Was the other guy's name? Szymanski?
Szymanski.
And he's a young guy.
Yeah,
and, you know,
he could play in the
time.
American League for a while.
Right.
Tomasek's not coming over to play in the American
No.
League. Simple as that.
And then I was thinking about like Regula, and I was thinking about Frederic's game the other day and how he's nicked up. And
so you're starting to not have faith in Jeff Jackson and Stan Bowman. Is that what it is? Because a lot of people are already there, Tommy.
And I didn't start with faith in them.
Yeah.
I gave them the benefit of the doubt, and I had a let's see
approach
what they do type of mentality. And after seeing it for the last 9-10 months, I am having red flags popping off even more than, an average fan would. Because I'm looking to next year and I'm like, so you're bringing in this guy who someone internally compared to Roman Cervenka.
Yeah.
Roman Cervenka played 39 games. 1 year, had like 15 points, dashed 13 or 14, went back to Europe after that. And I'm like, if that is the comparable,
if that is the comparison,
then what are we doing wasting $1.2 million on a European guy and who thought he was going to make $2 million?
He was looking for $2 million. Nobody's going to give it to him.
And then you're going to the well, which is Europe. And that is not a great well, as I've outlined and others have as well. It hasn't proven to be a great well. Like, here's an example of it looking okay. Kuzmenko the other night. He's on fire with the Kings, but he was dog crap in Calgary, dog crap in Philly, bad for the first 7 games he was a King. Now he's caught.
Looks like he'll be an Oiler killer in the first round.
He might be. But the majority of these guys don't work out. And then on top of that, the cupboards are bare. You got Savoy. Okay, great. Akey, O'Reilly. That's good.
Hernan's got something. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm on a tangent.
To the news.
No, you didn't have to do it right away.
Sorry. Tommy. Hernan put his finger up. I thought it was breaking news.
Why do you do that to me?
I'm sorry.
Killing me,
well, you
dog.
might as well. Do you want him to tell us now, or then you want to get back? Anyway, what Tommy's saying is that the pipe, like
this,
you look like you're just realizing now that they might be in a little bit of trouble.
No. I'm just like, okay, give them a chance to go out and improve this team.
Yeah.
And all these injured guys that they're getting, and then these European guys, I'm going, what the hell are you doing?
And letting your 2 young pieces walk when you could have signed. You could have signed at least one of them.
This is not good for someone who was giving them like.
And what's this you're drinking here too?
This is Brio. I would like Hernan to proceed.
Is that like Italian Pepsi?
It's Italian soda,
It's
and we were talking about how we don't.
You got to go like this.
Brio. Yeah.
Brio.
It's Italian pop.
Okay.
I was at the Italian Center really quickly. I had to run some errands. So, anyway, sorry, Hernan, go ahead.
Breaking.
This better be good. You interrupted Tommy's tangent.
Olivier Rodrigue confirmed starter.
Oh, okay.
Confirmed out. Trent Frederic.
Trent Frederic is out.
Shocking.
Doesn't surprise
Does that
me.
mean Leon's playing tonight?
Well, it has to. They don't have anybody else. They haven't called anybody up.
So he's playing. Yeah.
So that means either Leon has to play or they have to dress like a roster that's short a guy.
Right.
Right? They don't have anybody else.
According to Spec, he re-injured his ankle, which is the least shocking news of all.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the game, Dusty, but every time he went off, he was hurt.
Yeah.
Like
he shouldn't have been playing.
No.
But that's why I was talking with Tommy. Like, it was the only reason he was in the lineup because Draisaitl couldn't play and they don't have the cap space to properly call somebody up. Like, did you force Frederic to play because of your poor cap management? And somebody will confirm this for me if it's not, but I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Yeah.
They had no other forward to put in the lineup and they didn't want to call somebody up or couldn't call somebody up. And they couldn't go 11-7 because Klingberg and Ekholm weren't available.
Right even there, yeah.
So you put this guy back in sooner than you should have because of your shitty cap gymnastics or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And now he's re-hurt again. Like it's bad. If that is what went down, which am I forgetting a forward that they could have put in instead of him?
No.
I don't think I am.
I'm looking here. Well, I'll get the game sheet.
Right? Could they have played another forward? There wasn't another forward there, right?
They had no other forward.
They had no other forward. No. So they're like, Draisaitl can't play. We don't have any other forwards here. I guess they didn't, either they didn't have the cap space to call somebody up, or they just decided they weren't going to call somebody up and they'll just throw Frederic in. And now he's out. And look, that's not something where it's like, oh, he'll miss a game, then it'll be good to go. We saw him. Like Hernan, you said he was laboring like every time he went to the bench.
Tommy, also Bakerfield's short too, right?
They are very much short.
Well, we'll get to Derek Ryan too here.
Because they're in California. It's not
Yes.
like a call-up was hard.
They did play last night, but you're right.
Interesting.
Huh.
Well,
Thanks for passing that along.
I'll turn off my mic.
That was worth the finger to, I think.
I do want to hear this Derek Ryan stuff because I'm intrigued.
Well, did you see the Derek Ryan stuff?
What now?
Like how he's not
He's not
he's
participating.
assigned and he's not playing and like
Well,
I saw original Puzar
OP.
was quoting Holtby
Yeah.
and was just like some of these guys, a few of the guys had kids and they missed a month.
That's Josh Brown, and that's why Dermott didn't report.
Okay, but a month?
Yep.
You didn't give birth to the kid.
Oh, they stretched it out.
You don't need a month. Like, I'm sorry. Like, as a father, I've been through this. Our idiot boss at the old place gave me a day and a half when we had the muzz. My wife still, if she saw him today, would stab him in the chest.
That's all you got?
But I got a day and a half. I get it. It's different, but you don't need a month. So, yeah, that was Josh Brown and Dermott.
They did. Yeah, Brown walked away.
And then I think OP was saying that Derek Ryan's like assigned down there, but he's not even there.
Well, I can tell you that they were very accommodating to Derek Ryan when he got sent down earlier in the year. Derek Ryan was able to take his vacation during the Four Nations face-off. Instead of going back to Bakersfield right away, he said, nah, I'm going up to Edmonton, skate with the guys for a couple of days. Then I'll go back to Bakersfield. So they have tried to make it as soft of a landing in the AHL for him as possible.
Okay, but is he there now?
I have no idea.
Like,
I would assume he would just go back there
yeah, but
and maybe buy the team a lunch,
like, let me see here.
like the NHL guys do when they go on conditioning stints.
Where is it here? Like, yeah. So original Puzar 15 hours ago,
OP.
quoting Ryan Holt, says Derek Ryan never showed up. So is he just sitting at home right now? And if I don't know,
maybe he took his.
I don't know what's going on there.
So, like I said, they were very accommodating to him when they sent him down the first time.
Yeah,
He went on vacation. The AHL didn't stop
He
playing
doesn't
games.
want to be down there.
Correct.
But I mean, at this stage of your career, if you don't want to go where the teams assign you, then retire. I mean, it's kind of not hard on that front.
And this is not as rare as it might seem to be. Like, this does happen where guys basically just, screw it, I'm done. This does happen.
But they could not have called up Derek Ryan to play on Fridays or on Saturdays, so Frederic didn't have to go.
Maybe out of principle, they're not. Maybe like you turned your back on us. Well,
we'll play this guy whose ankle's not ready
and injure him again, which is
all right.
awful.
Let's get to your reaction on this. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Peter Matashuk says, you guys are making me miserable about this team. Everything sucks. Well, actually, I did say my expectations for them in the playoffs, and we'll come back around to that. That was
they're
in,
supposed
this
to be
morning.
good.
Yeah.
They're good. They're a good team with so many injuries and other issues, evidently.
I like Sean News said. Sean says, DR is our playoff Black Ace boys. He's hiding. I like that. I like that.
That's unique, and that's you. And
VR
go for it.
Montenegro says, DR10 is saving what he has left to be the Black Ace. You let him do what he needs to do right now. So there's that.
Was that from VR?
That was VR. He's big Derek Ryan guy, right? Statue Boss Production says the ankle wasn't going to magically heal in 2 extra days. Testing it versus the King was fine, but underlines what a terrible trade it was.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Johnston did say the day they got him, this guy's probably not going to be ready until the playoffs, and they had him in the lineup 2 weeks before the playoffs.
Why are they? I like Trent Frederic, the concept of the player when he's healthy, but will they give up a second rounder? And we were told 10 to 14 days.
But they also had to retain.
Oh, yeah.
They paid extra to have retention on him. And
he could
might not
walk?
even play until the playoffs and then leave you. So, but the idea of Frederic looks good. Like when we saw him, you're like, man.
That's a great pickup.
But
how is he going to, what number is he going to wear? Well, he's dealing with a high ankle sprain. Oh.
Smith TM says, current job, 1 month parental leave. What? You get a month
That's awesome.
off at your job as a father when your wife has a baby?
That's awesome.
That's amazing. I'd be churning out kids all the time. Get a month off.
Poor Tammy.
Holy smokes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sitting here. I'd be, if Tam's listening, Tam, of course, it's totally up to you, but we're not having any more kids.
No more bebés.
Anyway, AB Poker Inc. says, Doomy and Gloomy are at it again. I don't know. Like, where's the doom and gloom? This is reality.
AB Poker Inc.
This is reality.
They're a good team. They're going to make the playoff. They could clinch tonight. That's a good thing. And when they're healthy, they're right up there.
Well, you're going to hate what I have to say next, AB
no.
Poker Inc., because I said this morning, and I'll back it up now and we can have the conversation. I still expect them to make the conference final.
So
I like, if they don't make the conference final, to me, it's a failure of a season. But I still think that they will make the conference final. McDavid will be healthy. Draisaitl will be healthy. Hopefully, Ekholm will be healthy. To me, if those guys are in any way I don't know, I don't play them again to like the game against the Sharks or one of the back-to-backs against Winnipeg and the Kings. Get them up to speed. Have them healthy. They're not catching the Kings now. It's over. It's done. They're not catching the Kings. I'd be very surprised.
Yeah.
So they're not catching the Kings. You're going to finish third. You're going to start on the road. The most important thing right now is to have guys healthy. So, yeah, I would think if Frederic couldn't make it through that game, if you see him at all again, it would be playoffs. Which is fine. Just make sure the team is healthy come playoff time.
Yes.
Nothing else really between then and now matters. We know where they're going to be starting the playoffs, probably with Los Angeles, if not Vegas. Either way, you probably have to take on both of them. And I like their ability to still be a conference final team. I know, I saw a bunch of people in the chat this morning being like first round exit versus the Kings. And I'm not saying that's impossible. I think the Kings are better suited to beat them than they have been the last few years. Mm-hmm. Kemper's an upgrade on what they had between the pipes before. But I still think this team is more than capable of making the conference final. I don't think I would pick this team right now to win the cup. I don't think I would pick this team to beat whoever comes out of that other division. But I think this team can and will and should still make the conference final this year.
I think they're perfectly capable. I'm optimistic that this plan of resting guys, making sure they're as healthy as possible, will pay off. I'm optimistic about it. Do I know for sure if it will? No, of course not. But if that's what they think will lead them to success in the postseason, which they're clearly only focused on right now, then okay, willing to be like, all right, I'm not going to murder you guys and decipher every minute transaction or decision. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say, let's see what happens.
The entire Jackson Bowman off-season plan was built for the playoffs. Veteran guys coming in, right? Like that was the thing. Like Arvidsson's got playoff, like bringing Skinner didn't playoff experience, but they kept the Henrique line around because it was good in the playoffs. Like this whole experiment, the result is supposed to be playoff success. It's been a bumpy ride in the regular season. There's been ups and downs. Some guys are rolling right now. Some guys are playing a little bit better earlier. But all that matters is that those guys built this team supposedly for this playoff run. So we'll see if it comes around. What's Hernan got now?
We've got lines. Thank you. You didn't want to hop on?
Come on, Nancel. Read those lines.
All right.
Okay.
I got it. All right. Okay. This is from Tony Barr.
We got lines.
Who was on location. Nugent Hopkins between Podkolzin and Arvidsson. Henrique centering Hyman and Perry. Janmark with Skinner and Brown. Kapanen with Jones. And I guess McDavid was skating on the left side of that line as a placeholder. Tony adds a note. Draisaitl did take some reps with Nugent Hopkins and Arvidsson. On defense, Nurse with Wallman, Kulak with Bouchard, Stetcher with Emerson. Rodrigue is your starter.
That's 11 and 6.
That's 11 and 6, unless Leon goes. But if he didn't take part in regular rotations and McDavid did,
but McDavid's not going
tonight, though. Thanks, right? Nanso. Yeah, McDavid's definitely not playing.
All right, so this comes back around to what I said on Saturday, that the option was either don't play Frederic and go 11 and 6, and tonight they're in that situation.
Yep.
So,
I don't know, buddy. I don't know anymore. Just like,
All right, so there you go. That's the latest. What they say, Draisaitl did take some...
With Arvidsson and Nugent Hopkins, a couple of reps.
All right.
Unless they're playing coy.
780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 if you want to chime in. If you're watching over YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. Make plans to stick around EST afternoons. Hernan and South, Matty Wanek coming up. Gager is off this week. A lot of people are saying, hey, Dusty, what is the parental leave situation at Edmonton Sports Talk? And people are wondering, who's the next member of Edmonton Sports Talk to have another kid or to have a child and test the parental leave thing? Tommy, I'm looking at you.
Don't look at
Tommy,
me.
I'm looking at you.
Don't look at me.
It's not me.
What about Owanek?
It's not me.
What about Hernan?
Well, you know what? Hernan.
Yeah, he's been with Angelica for like
Hernan,
6-7
are you
years.
the next person here to become a daddy? Hey, he turned around. He was going to start walking over here. And as soon as he heard what I said, he turned around. Great haircut, though. I didn't say anything earlier to him.
He's ready for his trip.
Because he's off to Mexico.
No wonder he's in such a good mood.
Yeah, of course. I'd be in a good mood, two of us taking off to
yeah.
Mexico right now. Why not? Rusty Shackelford says there will be an EST hangout similar to Jerry Springer episode of Who's the Father if there is going to be a new daddy at EST. Hey, put 3 people in the chair and Maddie has to figure out who's going to be the one.
It might be Maddie.
Who knows?
He's in a beautiful relationship.
Who knows, right? All right. The Derek Ryan issue and then playing Frederic when he shouldn't have is a clear sign that management is mismanaging this franchise. There is no difference than the screw up of Broberg Holloway fiasco. Poor decisions and not knowing your players. That's in from Collingwood Rob. RJ says, get Jeff Jackson to sign Connor, then can this guy. He's killing us. That's RJ who's like, you were his agent before. They brought you in, signed Connor, and then just like, boom, done. Mission accomplished. You're out of here. 10- says, seems like this year is making up for the lack of injuries last year.
Yeah,
hey, remember the blue line last year was like insanely healthy the entire year. Yeah, I mean, it goes around, comes around, I guess.
Holtby, his tweet last night before their game. By the way, they lost Seth Griffin in the first period.
Oh, man, they are banged up.
Caggiula was out. Ryan, obviously. DeYoung, Wright, Dermott, Perreault, Kemp, Peterson. Lane Peterson, I think, had surgery. Yarventi had to have his knee touched up again in January. Brown and Stonehouse. Stonehouse, it's incredible because they had him on the Oilers IR list for like the last 2 years, and then finally TSN took him off. And then Holtby added, don't know what they're supposed to do. That's a lot to overcome. Yeah. Yeah, the Condors were in tough.
This text is and says, stop sending Derek Ryan checks today. Also, don't speculate on the others rushing Frederic. He was ready to go. No, he wasn't.
So much so that he played 6 seconds, missed 14
and he was banged up already. Like, what are you talking about? He was ready to go.
Clearly wasn't.
He was clearly not ready to go. And he wasn't supposed to play until the end of the road trip. And Draisaitl got hurt. They had nobody else, so they put him in. I mean, he literally played sooner than they said he was going to play. That is the definition of rushing someone back. What are you talking about? This is just reality, people. We're not making things up here. Dr. John says Tommy might already have children he doesn't know about. Look, if I saw a kid walking around with hair like Tommy Gazzola, I'd be like, you're Tommy's son. You have to be.
There was a cheerleader in Oklahoma City that Chris Westcott.
Wait a second, where's this story going? What is going on here?
This is just a story. Very nice girl. But Westcott swore after she had a child that it was mine.
Really?
And I'm like, no, the math doesn't line up.
Did it come out doing a hilarious accent of its mother?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that what it was?
Good Okie accent. Shooting guns.
So you're sure it's not yours?
100%.
I got to see a picture of this kid now.
It's definitely not mine. But he swore by it forever. And I'm like, stop saying stuff like that. That's scary. That Chris Westcott.
Peter Matichuk over in the Nasty Chat says, I feel for Jeff Skinner. That guy's getting kicked in the nuts repeatedly. Rashad brought it up today. He didn't even play 15 minutes against the Kings when you're missing the big guys. Like, Skinner will be healthy scratched to start the playoffs if they're healthy. Remember we had this whole conversation on Friday and we're like, well, it can't be Skinner. He's got 50. I don't see a world where Knobloch, just based on current track record, if everybody, I'm talking everybody is in like Kane and everybody's healthy. I mean, could you see a world where even if Kane can't go, let's just say Frederic can, and you have to decide between Kapanen and Skinner, who do you think the current coaching staff plays in a playoff game?
Kapanen.
I know.
And you know what the right answer is? Skinner.
Yeah.
And we all know it.
But I think I agree with you. I think they'd rather throw Kapanen out there on the fourth line to penalty kill than Skinner.
And they value his puck touches and button hooks and then plays that end with nothing.
Yeah.
And his shots on goal right at the crest. That's good stuff.
McBain says, with the Frederic injury, you never know until you test in a game action. So unfortunately, he tried it and wasn't ready. I know. But what I'm saying is that it was reported that he wouldn't play until Anaheim. And they played him on Saturday, which was earlier than they said they were going to play him.
Hernan pointed this out when
And
Knobloch
they only did
was
it because they
asked-
only had 11 other forwards.
Right. When Knobloch was asked about playing Frederic, he kind of said it, and the look on his face that he had and the reaction to the question was like, you could tell he was reluctant.
Yeah.
Even post game, like his answer, I was like, oh, it doesn't seem too bad. But it's like one of those ones that's probably eating at him. It's like, hey, you traded for a player. He's hurt. Thanks for all the help. So really from the deadline, well, they have Wallman, who's been, I think that's a passing grade for sure. But at forward is Max Jones. That's it. That's the help.
Yeah. Well, but
He's supposed to be in the minors.
Yeah. Well, at this rate, with how injured they are and the inability to call anybody else up, apparently, he's going to be top 6 by the end of the night tonight.
Oh, boy.
What are you expecting tonight?
I don't know. I think if they win, if the Oilers do win, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, I don't see
I think they're in for a battle tonight. And like Saturday, if they lose, I'll preemptively say I don't think we can read a ton into it because of the lack of top-end guys that are in the lineup tonight. Now, they still have good veteran players that should be able to overcome.
They're playing the
that
Ducks.
Against the
You know,
Anaheim
like
Ducks,
against
yeah.
the Ducks. Against the Kings, you want to be like, what's up? Against the Ducks, they should be able to generate offense. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is playing. Zach Hyman is playing. Evan Bouchard is playing.
Yes.
Jeff Skinner, who's been good offensively for what the opportunity he gets, he's playing. Victor Arvidsson is playing. Like these guys should be able to generate offense against the Ducks. You can't get shut out against the Ducks tonight. Unless Dostal stands on his head
He might.
and screws you again. All right, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999 is where you can get in. What else do we have? We talked about Derek Ryan conceding second place, just get healthy for third. Yeah, we'll see how healthy they are come. I mean, it's a good sign that Leon was out there skating today.
Yeah.
Even if he can't go tonight, if they have to run 11-6 tonight, I'm sure we'll hear all about it tomorrow for sure. But like, to be honest with you, I mean, cap situation aside and poor cap management aside, I would rather them go 11-6 than play Draisaitl if he's not good to go. Like,
Don't force it.
like, yeah, like if you have to play 11-6 and actually play Skinner 16 minutes and play Max Jones 12 minutes and maybe Matthias Janmark gets a chance to shoot a puck past a goalie, like that's a lot better than putting Leon in if another day or 2 or 3 or 4 makes him better for the playoffs. It's just, I mean, that's the way you have to look at it, I guess. Frederic being the lesson that you just learned a couple of days ago. So, man, are they really only going to get 7 minutes from this guy? And that's it?
Dude, those St. Louis guys.
Yeah, I mean, that would suck. Major backfire. Oh, well. I know, and he was banged up when he was playing, but he still did things that other guys don't do very often. And you're like, name another Oiler this year outside of like Hyman on the power play. How many times have you seen an Oiler jam a little bit late on the goalie and force the other team to kind of give you the stinky glove?
Victor Arvidsson.
Like
every now and then.
Yeah. Corey Perry sometimes.
Every now and then.
But like that's really it.
No bueno.
Jenna says, also, before someone says we don't have a cap space and we have to play 17 skaters before we can make up emergency recall, I think that's BS. Lose tonight if we go 11-6. I guess we play 17 skaters then, and we can call up Savoy after this. And that's what RCN says. If you would have gone 11-6 on Saturday, you could have called somebody up on an emergency basis for today.
Right.
Oh, well. All right, keep the text messages flying in here, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. As Hampton Steve says, yeah, the emergency recall could be here to play against the St. Louis Blues. And Dylan Holloway will not be in the lineup for the Blues as he's out week to week. Ian says, I've said from both when McDavid and Draisaitl went out, I don't care how the season finishes, win or lose. All I care is healthy returns. So far, healthy returns are not happening. Yeah, but I mean, if these were playoff games, these guys would be sucking it up.
I would
and
think
playing.
so, yeah.
I know it's a tough thing to talk about. Like, I mean, technically what is happening here is kind of load management a little bit. I know it never happens in hockey, but
it does happen.
If a guy can play come playoff time, but he's not playing right now, they're managing his health situation for a little bit, and it's not the end of the world, which is the conversation I make in the other league where everybody criticizes it. They're managing the health of their star players, which is the most important thing come playoff time. That's how it should be. All right, if you're watching over on YouTube, you can chime in there. Tommy, what do you think of my fit today? Just be honest with me. Murray McCourt already said he would not go out of the house wearing the sweats that I'm wearing today.
It looks comfortable.
Thank you, Tommy. It is comfortable. Like, Zach, I'm just wearing regular black sweats. Like, they're okay.
This is the second time you've had to stand up.
I've got nice Nikes on. Like, does this really look that bad? This doesn't look that bad. This looks comfy.
Quit sucking up to him.
I don't understand why you like what type of what material of pant are you allowed to wear here?
We need to introduce you to like Lulu, Kitten.
So, but I can wear Lulu sweats, but I can't wear these sweats?
They're not sweats. They're active pants.
Oh, jeez Louise. These are active pants as well.
Those are
I
sweats.
can be active in them. I mean, I don't.
You are wearing sweat pants.
What's the difference? And they're not grubby sweatpants. They're like a nice black pair of sweatpants.
I think you're trying to convince yourself more than anyone right now.
No. These are like my nice sweats. These are sweats I'll wear to like the mall on a Saturday.
Nice sweats is an oxymoron.
That's not true. Like, so what do they call a man's pair of sweats at Lulu?
They're not called sweats.
Well, what are they called then? Because I'll just call these that.
You can't. Because
why? It's just like, what's the difference?
Many things. Functioning pockets.
These have pockets.
Does it have back pockets?
These have pockets. No, there's no back pockets.
That's a problem.
Okay, but why is that a problem? How much stuff do you put in your back pocket? With sweats or
regardless.
Leisure pants or whatever you call them.
Active pants.
Active pants. So basically, you can only call an active pant if it's purchased a certain place.
You can call them trousers.
There's a difference between trousers and active pants. I don't know. I think if you have a nice pair of sweats, I think it's okay to wear it out sometimes. Sean says track pants. So if I have track pants, can I wear track pants in here?
You shouldn't. They're almost as bad as sweats.
Unbelievable. The shade is unreal. Those are sweats.
No, they're not.
That right there is a pair of bloody sweatpants. The gray ones on the right.
Those are ABC joggers.
Joggers. Jogging pants. Sweatpants. It's the same thing.
Okay, Trev and Brendan are both wearing joggers.
I think Trev's gone. Brendan. Where's Brendan?
But it's more acceptable than sweatpants.
Let me see Brendan's pants. Is he still here?
Yeah, he's still here.
Brendan, I want to see your pants.
That is
those are the same type of
much
stuff
more
mine.
acceptable than what you're wearing today. Do you have
I'm wearing like
do you have a back pocket?
Sweats.
Not on those ones? Those are joggers.
What's the difference between sweats and joggers?
Sweats are...
But what's the difference?
These are socially acceptable.
They have a tight leg.
They have a tapered pant. No.
Right here. Right here.
No.
There's your taper. There's your taper.
That's way better.
Breathable.
You need
breathable.
Get yourself a pair of those and welcome to the light, baby.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to keep wearing nice sweats. I mean, it's the same thing. This whole joggers and sweats thing is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
You're trying to
things, like-
validate wearing sweats today.
So he's supposed to go jog in those?
If he wants to.
No, you're not going to jog in those.
But he looks comfortable,
They're a
casual, and sleek.
His pants right now are what would happen if a sweatpant had sex with a track pant. That's it. That's all it is. It's a spinoff.
In a fine fabric.
Ridiculous.
Game changer.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
You wore sweats knowing full well this would be
No, because these are nice
an
sweats.
issue.
They're not like a ratty gray pair of sweats. They're a reasonable pair of black sweats.
Oxymoron.
I don't think so. Sean says, Dusty, you're the boss. You can make your own rules. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm very comfortable today. I feel like I've been more comfortable in the air today because of the sweats. So
Mex Pazuzu says, that reminds me to purchase a couple of inactive pants for the playoff run.
yeah, inactive pants now. So you can just sit around.
Yeah.
You should have seen me doing sweet dunks in 21 today in these sweats.
I believe it.
They're active pants.
There's no inhibition in those pants.
Yeah, no, it's been very comfortable all day. I like it. All right, 780-218-9999. You can, if you want to get into this ridiculous way to wrap up the show today, feel free.
Reed in the nasty chat says, if I ever wear pants or sweats to work, send me out to pasture. Thank you, Reed. Likewise.
Okay, Reed said this. If I ever wear sweats to work, send me to the pasture.
Yeah.
Well, Reed's a well-dressed. He's a well-dressed man. I don't know. I think what really fired me up is the joggers compared to sweatpants.
Then get the active trousers.
The active trousers. My God, this is the most 2025 thing I've ever heard you say. Can I please get an active trouser? What are we doing here? My God.
We're finding an alternative to wearing sweatpants in a place of work.
Here's this is at Lululemon. Soft jersey, tapered pant, regular.
There you go.
Soft jersey, tapered pant. Soft jersey, jogger, regular. What is
way
this? What is
more
this?
appropriate than what you
I'm just going to
decided
start
wear
wearing
today.
nice sweats all the time. Somebody's got to do it. Here's men's active pants. Sport check. These look like sweats.
They're not.
They look like them.
They're not made from sweatpants material.
Okay, what about this one? Puma men's Rodrigue sweatpants.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Let's see them.
I don't know. They're right there. I mean, a quick look. Let's see here. Quick look. Is that unacceptable?
Yeah. Sweatpants.
What about this one? Under Armour men's sports style jogger sweatpants. This is what I'm talking about. What are those? Joggers or sweatpants? See? Right? Right, Tommy?
That's very borderline.
I don't know.
You know what I think of when I think of sweatpants guys? How many farts do they drill into those things?
In these, you know why that is? That's because like when you wear other pants, you don't fart.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're just assuming? Like Tommy doesn't fart in jeans or other pants.
I guess so.
All right, what's going on with EST Afternoons? What do you got here, buddy?
Well, we got a lot going on today. We got two separate guests. Ian Harrison from the Associated Press to talk about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. signing that big money deal with the Jays.
Yes, big deal.
And then from NHL.com, covering the Capitals, Tom Gulitti to join Hernan and Matthew Wanek.
All right, so
on the
let's go.
show.
Yeah, Maddie's in today. Gager on some mandatory time off. It's VR Montenegro says, wear the sweats to the bids for kids. The Fords won't judge you like Thomas. Here's the thing. They'll probably be in sweats.
They're professional athletes. They shouldn't.
So now we have to know, like, just normal people can't wear sweats.
You're there for a charity function.
I'm wearing a hoodie. It's an EST hoodie. It's a branded hoodie.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You were there last year. It's not like it's like a bunch of like,
casual.
Yeah, it's
but
casual.
it's still, you want to look and present well.
Yeah.
We're going to be airing it tomorrow.
We're going to have it live on YouTube.
Yeah.
I won't wear my sweats to that event. How's that sound?
That's a great start.
All right. There we go. We're good. I'll get joggers instead, please. It's the same thing. All right, EST
Active
Afternoons is
pants.
coming up. Boy, the Oilers better win with 11-6 tonight. Your postgame show is going to be straight fire.
Can't wait.
GCL Diesel pregame show starts at 7:30. Postgame show to follow the Oilers and the Ducks in a late one tonight. Max Bazuzu says, I would purchase EST tearaways. It's a great idea. I'll talk to the crew at 780. We'll see what we can make work there. All right, for Tommy Gazzola, whose pants come down halfway in his shin today.
No, they don't.
And I've had to sit here and listen to this. As for Tom Gazzola, I'm Dustin Nielson. Have a great afternoon. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Tommy back pregame tonight. Take it easy.